investors in the company. They're forced to do something at some point. No, there's companies that carry around massive amounts of short interest for years without doing anything. I don't know why people are saying that. James, I don't know why BlackRock would recall their shares from their ETFs. They could. I mean, just to fuck people because they're BlackRock, right? Like they have the power to do that. But it seems arbitrary. Talk more first about deep in the money puts. How does that suppress the price? Deep in the money puts don't suppress it. In the money puts? So in the money puts, they have the market maker will short the stock to hedge in order to remain delta neutral on the position. Windmill. My wife keeps saying I'm a correct me if I'm wrong, but you can wash sale. You just can't claim on the loss on the sale for taxes. Yes, that's correct. You could add everyone in the Discord right now. I see a huge amount of FOMO. I possibly set up to run up. I mean, that would be collusion, Jim, and highly illegal. Unfortunately. If they did not sell the shares private like NNDM did 20 times last year, so they would have money and the shares would be locked up and not in the free float. I don't know what you're asking, Victor. That seems like a statement, not a question. Yeah, it's true. I mean, my GameStop position's up like 200%, almost 3. So it's just like a lot of investors of their investors are doing very well. I've never played Tarkov. I just have a friend that's super into it. If the company doesn't take action against abusive short sellers, the shareholders can sue the company and force them to act. Yeah. Who's getting the class action together then? What? Russell 1000 got burned buying shares at 200, 215. Did they? It's true. Just bought myself homework. That sounds bullish. I want to create mutual trust. GameStop gives us MOASS and we reinvest. Simple. Imagine the profit. And we're not like, we're trading their stock. We're not like, there seems to be a fundamental misunderstanding of what apes mean to GameStop, I guess. Do you have money left for legal fees? No. What I'm taking away from this convo is that GameStop RC doesn't care about MOASS and we're on our own. Absolutely. Will your weekly DD be wrong if nothing happens today? No, there's still 2 more days. And even then, we haven't really traded any volume this week. It's been very insignificant. Realistically, post MOASS hedge fund. Maybe. I don't know if I'd want to run a hedge fund. So what MTG, Pro Tours, and decks, and what's your format and playstyle? So much confidence knowing you're a former MTG pro playing to win. I was in Honolulu and Berlin. And what did I play? One of them was like block constructed. And then the other one was Type 2. I believe I played Fairies. Jimmy just went shorts of the company. What are your thoughts about oops, starts about ask my bad tweet? A bunch of millionaire apes would make GameStop a lot of money after MOASS. That's an assumption. So you're assuming that people who become wealthy off a thing are willing to give back to it? I believe the interest would fade for most from a psychological perspective. I've made a bunch of money off Tesla, but I've never bought a Tesla, right? Nor would I. Does your DD have to do with FTDs? They're a part of it. Yeah, good digital good time. You miss block? I hated block. It was so narrow. Yeah, seriously, it's not like they can like make a shitload of money during MOASS, right? MOASS would happen by the end of August, if I recall correctly. Do you think that this is still to be the case? Potentially pushed out, given recent price action? I think it could be pushed out a little. I have a better idea about that now, BW Lions, but I need more data to confirm that thesis that I'm working on, which I just have to wait for, unfortunately. I'd love to have it immediately, but it's comes in blocks. Wouldn't GameStop want to end this so they can get back to the focus on the company? And they are focused on the company. They don't like. There's no reason for them to trigger this or be a part of it. The ideal scenario is that MOASS happens and they're like, oh shit, that's crazy. And they can just, continue doing business. That's the problem is everybody's built up all this hype and none of it's logical. Here's the logic in GameStop. They fucking shorted it and then they shorted it more. And then they got trapped in those short positions. So their only out was to continue shorting it. And they've been doing that this entire fucking time. And they have not covered. So we have millions of shares that are guaranteed to be bought at some point. Hundreds of millions of shares. There are buyers sitting on the sidelines who have to buy hundreds of millions of shares of the stock. That's all we need. We don't need any other bullshit. There's no one's going to come save us. No whale's going to come in and fucking be the one responsible for initiating what could potentially be an entire global economic catastrophe, right? If you live in New York, could I expect post-MOASS to save like 30 or 40% for taxes? Probably, yeah. But I mean, speak with a fiduciary. Do you still play MTG? No, I don't play anymore. Limited isn't random at all. Can you write this DD?